All right, guys, our next card is so pretty. We are going to start with, actually, let me move all this stuff aside. Well, here, okay. For some reason, I'm struggling with where to begin on this. Okay, so I've got a mint macaron card base. I've got a 4x5 1/4 inch piece of Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to adhere to that a 1.5x5 1/4 inch piece of printed paper. Ooh, is this the right size? No, I cut my cardstock. Hold on. It is 5 1/4, but my Pretty Peacock wasn't, so let me quick slice that off. Okay, now I'm going to adhere this to my card, and oh my gosh, I didn't trim this right at all. Sheesh. I think I saw this and assumed it was cut to the right size, and it so wasn't. All right, now it is. Your packet's correct, though, I promise. Okay, so there's that. I also have a 2.5x3.5 inch piece. I think that's the dimension. I should probably stop saying these because I'm not sure. All of it's correct in your directions, though. I'm just going to adhere that up here like that. Okay, now on a scrap of crumb cake, I'm going to stamp and emboss the wheat. So I'm going to use my little embossing buddy to kind of prepare my cardstock here. I'll do the same over here on the corner of this, of my card. Okay, I'm going to stamp Season of Thanks on here in Versamark. And then, of course, ooh, this could take my pristine Versamark. Yep, it had to happen sometime. Okay, so I'm going to stamp Season of Thanks right there. And then I'm going to stamp my wheat image right there. Okay, now I will heat emboss these with copper powder. And I love the copper. It's just so pretty. And I think it looks fantastic with the color scheme too, copper versus like silver. Silver would look good too, but I kind of like the copper. It's kind of got a bit of a contrast, which is fun. Okay, I think I flicked off a little more than I wanted. All right, so now we'll heat set these, and we'll put our card together. Okay. Oh, I just love when it changes. So fun. For some reason, that part of embossing just never ever gets old. Okay, so we've got that. And then what I'm going to do is take my 2.25 inch punch and punch this out. Now, if you you already have the circle punched in your cardstock packet, by the way. Okay, in case you were looking for that crumb cake scrap that I was using, because it's actually punched in your packet. All right, so I've got that on there. And then what I'm going to do is kind of build up everything, which I think is going to be really cute. So I'm going to start with, I have to stamp one more piece. And that is on a scrap of white as well. And that's a pumpkin. I'm going to stamp this in Old Olive. And then I'm going to kind of color it in with my aqua painter. So I'll just take and kind of smear the color around to kind of fill it in like so. I kind of like that because it's just quick and easy. It's not really coloring, but it's not really not coloring. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and die cut this and I'll be back and we'll assemble it. Okay, let's put everything together. So we've got our card base here and we're going to start with our circle. I'm just going to adhere that right to my card and then kind of like that. And then I'm going to add my leaves. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I also stamped this leaf in Pretty Peacock ink on a scrap of mint macaron and then die cut it. Sorry about that. I forgot. I had done that ahead of time to be fancy. And actually, I'm going to pull, I'm going to try to pull this off. I guess I can't. I wanted to move it over, but I think we'll be okay. So I'll just put it down here a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to adhere my leaf, kind of like that. And then I'm going to add my pumpkin, will kind of be the center of everything. This will be popped up. Like so. I've also die cut a leaf out of a scrap of copper. I've die cut a large leaf out of Pear Pizzazz, another leaf out of Pear Pizzazz, and the smallest leaf out of Pretty Peacock. And then I'm just going to start tucking leaves in to fill this out where I'd like. And maybe we'll stick that one up here. Just kind of where everything fits is where you can put them. But I want to do one more thing, and that is I'm going to take some of my ribbon and I'm just going to kind of trim off the edge. I need about 3 inches, so that's roughly 3 inches. I'm just going to trim those edge pieces off. And then that will give me kind of a cool little piece that I can put inside or behind that pumpkin. Okay, so I just trimmed those pieces off. I'm gonna cut that a little bit. And then I'm just going to tuck this behind like so. Okay. Now to adhere those, I am going to just put a little bit of snail down. Now my leaf is down, which is good. We'll put another one right here. I'm going to adhere that pumpkin and then I'll start kind of tucking my leaves in with glue dots, of course. And oh, such a pretty card. And again, I love the colors. We've got crumb cake, we've got mint macaron, we've got Pretty Peacock, we've got touches of copper, and of course, pool party and a little old olive. So it's all just fun, pretty colors that you can build up your card. And wow, so cool.